Welcome back to CAD 298, and we are going to draw some civil surveying drafting in MicroStation Connect series, and let's get into it. We're going to draw this surveying, and right here you just click on it, you can download it. And this is what it is. It's just a land boundary. Comes up and around, back down and back through and back to the point of beginning. And I need to go ahead and open up MicroStation Connect Edition. And we're going to start drawing this thing. Now, there are some things that you guys need to know on this. There are going to be some buttons that you need to push. And we'll get to that here in just a second. All right. So what we're going to do is just go to New File. And I'm going to call this one Civil Survey. And when I do that, I want to hit Save on this. And I hit Civil Survey on it, and I want to go in now and let it download. And I'll minimize this thing and put it over here like that. And I want to pull this one over so I can have a little bit more room to work with it. If I can grab it, there we go. And I pull that thing across just like that. First thing I've got to do is set up the settings on this. So you just go to File, and you slide down to Settings. And then in here, you're going to be on File, Design File Settings, and Working Units. I want to be in Master Units, Feet Only, and I want my label to be a foot sign, okay? Now I come back up here to Angle Readout, and I want to be in degrees, minutes, and seconds. Accuracy, just 0. I want it just to go to the second like that. It'd be perfectly fine for what we're doing. And I want to be in bearings, because this one's in bearings. Depends on what you're working with, but this one's bearings. We hit OK on that. Save settings. And we're ready to draw. Now, we are going to jump in here, and first thing that I want to do is come up here and hit Place Line. Come down here and just do 0, 0, and click. So we've got that set up, and we're ready to roll. And if you'll notice, you've got the angle here, length up here, and a place line. But I can also, down here at the bottom, if I hit A, the letter A, see how it switches me? And I got my distance here. This is my polar dimensioning. There's my length, and here is my bearing. So my length of this first one is going to be 100 foot. So I just do 100, tab over. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this one. Now, you can leave it like that and just tab across and put in the numbers. And that first one is 84, 21, 54. And you got that put in there, and that's going southeast. I want to go northeast. So I want to come back over here, hit northeast, and it'll put it in for me. And all I have to do is just click. And there it is. Okay. My next line, I hit Place Line. Catch that point right there with my entity snap on. If you turn that off, he won't let you click. If I turn it back on, and I click right there. My next line is going to be 185. So we can put it right here, 185, tab over, and hit A for angle. And there's another way that you can put these in here. I can just erase all that. Now, the codes for this is 1 is northeast, 2 is northwest, 3 is southwest, and 4 is southeast. It goes counterclockwise. Some programs you've used in the past go clockwise, with northeast being 1, and then southeast 2, and all the way around. But this one goes counterclockwise. So on the next move, we're going southeast, which would be, in this one, would be a code 4. and this is how you write it. You put 4, and you would put your space in it, and the dimension is 89. Put yourself a semicolon. And when you put a semicolon, you see how it puts a degree in there for you? And then you put a 21 minutes, 55 seconds, and there you go. And then you just see how it's got it on there for you? And then you just click. But see, I'm actually tab over, and I'll get my feet exactly correct, which is 185. And I just click. Now, you can see right now that this is following. This is my north, east, south, and west. This right here, if you want that to turn back to where it's perfectly lined up due north, hit T, and it turns it for you. And it's hard to tell because there wasn't much of a movement there. So let's go ahead and do this next little line. And it's northeast, so it's 200. Do 200, tab over. And like I said again, A, put you in your angle. And I'm just going to go back through this. Now this one's northeast, which is a code 1, space bar. And it is 65, colon, which put your degree on there, 28 minutes and 36 seconds. And see how it's getting that angle? But I want to set this right here. I didn't want it to move. So that was, again, that is, get this going here. And now where we got it set there, we can actually just back it up and 200 and click. You got it. Now, remember I said about this thing being where it's stuck in line with it? If you hit your T, it'll turn it around and get your green is going to be your north. And on this one here, it's going up and northeast. So, again, right here in this tab, I'm going to go ahead and write that in as it's northeast, and it's going at a 250-foot clip, 250 foot, tab over, A for angle, and I'm just going to back out of all that, 1, comma, and looks to me like it's 01, semicolon, puts a degree on there, 56 minutes and 58 seconds. And you see, and when I move this, you see the length of it's moving. And we could change it up here, or you can hit the tab button, go back there and hit 250 and click with your left mouse button. And then T would turn around that where it's straightened up. So you guys kind of get an idea of how that works. And just for sake of time, I'll show you some more stuff here. If I want to measure this, you go to annotate, and you come in here, and you do a dimension. Okay? I click on this. It brings up my element dimensions, and right here's what you use, label line, and click. Now you see it's on there, but it's so small I can't see it, and this doesn't have feet. It's in decimal degrees. That's not what I want. So what I want to do is I've got to go up here and I've got to fix all this. And I click on this little down arrow right here, this diagonal arrow, and it gets me into this. And I want to make myself a new dimension style. Actually, what I want to do here, let's do this. I want to go in and I want to make myself a text style. So hit my text here. I want to start myself a text file, new, and I'll call this one survey. And hit save. And on this one, general, my text height, I've got to set this 1/8 of an inch tall. Now that's got to be in feet, okay? Because that's what our master unit is. So 0.010 is how many feet there is in 1/8 of an inch. And so is my width. That's, I put it the same thing, okay? It's not showing anything there, and that's fine. Aerial, left top, all that stuff's good. So I save that, and we should be in good shape there. Even though it's not showing anything here, it should be just fine. So we save, right click on that, activate, it makes it current. And then I'm going to go to dimensioning. And when I do that, that's when I get in here to text style, I do my survey style. Units, master units, but I want master units with the label. It's got the little foot sign. Accuracy, 2 place decimal is all I've got here. Everything else should be good. And what I want to do is I want to make myself a new, and I'll call this one survey. Right click, activate it, save it. Everything else looks great. So I'll close out, and you see, and I'll even delete. I'll go up here, and again, you got to go to element selection, and I'm going to delete that off. Now I go back to annotate, and I don't need to do that. I'll go to just dimension the element. Survey is the one that I want to use, the style, and I click on this, and I use that, and it's on there. It's really small, and daggone it, this right here needs to be fixed. So let's fix that real quick, and we can do that real quick by our units. Right here it is, angle. What degrees, minutes, and seconds. 0, and save. Yes to all. Now we can close that out and go in there, and that looks better. Perfect. But it's small. The thing of it is we've got to go up here in our home tab and set our scale. This should be about a 1 inch equals 40 foot, somewhere in that neighborhood. And right here, models, click on it. Right click, properties, and right here's where you can change your scale. And it's on full 1:1 inch. 1:1 scale, that's not good. We need to be down to like 1:40. Does that look a little better? Boom. And we go around this thing real quick, and we'll get all of it annotated. And that looks really good. And that's how you go about doing some of this. Now also you can place text in here. Just place text. And we're using the survey we just built, and then you can go in here and start typing, and you can be like some of them are saying fence post, capitalize it, fence post, and see when we come outside of that, it'll let you see right here, and I can actually go here and I can put it in my drawing wherever I want it at. I can put it right there and click it. Do y'all see that? This right here is my text box, and you can kind of see that is where it won't let me put my fence post, but there's a fence post, and you see on here there's a tree. There's a couple fence posts. That's all you got to do is click them on the right spot, and then close out when you're done. That's pretty cool. So those are a few little things that'll help you with this drawing. So that you're going to draw this one. So just take your time, and if you need my help, just please contact me.